Wherever you are, I'm Dr. Ruth Anderson here with Enlightened World Network. We bring you a guided meditation every day of the year. And today our guest meditator is Lottie Wahlin, and we're so pleased to have her here with us. Lottie, thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
We are ready, Lottie, whenever you are.
Okay, then I'm ready too. So please sit real comfortable. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. Let your body rest and relax. And this is a meditation for you to remind you that you are not your body, mind, or feelings. You are pure essence of spirituality. So, I'm not my body, but my body is my temple, which I cherish. My body has carried my soul for many years. My body has given so much pleasure and sometimes pain. But my body has stand together in my life ordeal, despite the fact that I wasn't always treating it with respect and love. I therefore celebrate my body. But I am not my body. My essence is spiritual. I am not my emotions. My emotions allow all kinds of feelings. Feelings that makes me very human. I can feel love, joy, gratitude, and compassion. Wonderful feelings. But I can also feel sorrow, anger, and hate. And they are, of course, not too pleasant feelings. But they also make me human, and I can learn from them. But I am not my emotions. My essence is spiritual. I am not my senses. My senses make me feel alive. I can smell wonderful scents. I can taste good food. I can see beauty in nature. I can hear music. I can sense the touch from a loved one. But I also experience bad smells, taste rotten food, see ugliness in the world, and hear noisy sounds. My senses allow me to experience both good and bad experiences, and I can learn from that. But I am not my senses. My essence is spiritual. I am not my mind. My cognition helps me to grasp this world, and it's a foundation for knowledge. I therefore celebrate my thoughts. My mind is also the place for negative thoughts and judgment, pride and arrogance. But my mind also allows me to choose otherwise. My mind is a wonderful thing, which I humbly bow to. But I am not my mind. My essence is spiritual. My spiritual nature enables everything that makes me human. And as a human being, I can learn and grow spiritually. And when I do that, I see beyond, and then I can transform pain. I can transform sadness, hate, contractions, greed, and everything which torments us humans. And then I see myself as I really am, because my essence is spiritual. So breathe your spirituality, your essence, and remind yourself that you are not your body, you are not your feelings, you are not your mind. You are true spirit in every breath, in every moment, in this time and forever. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes again and take this with you for the rest of the day, if you like to.
Thank you, Lottie. I was actually thinking, I know that you and your husband are writing a book on transitioning over, on the death process and all that. I do hope that this is in your book, because it is such an now it is, because it is such an amazing reminder. We are so much more than this physical body, and that essence of spirit continues on when we pass away, when we transition from one body to another. So that is actually the perfect opening for your book.
Okay, I didn't think about that, but well, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Ruth, for that.
Yeah.
And I think it's so important that we remind ourselves that we are true spirit, not being identified with the body, the feelings, the reactions, every thought. So our mind is like a babbling monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking the other day about how the fact that our cells in our bodies regenerate. And every 7 years, we've got basically all new cells. So the cells that you were born with as a baby don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
And so therefore, I can't be my body, because my body isn't the same as it was a few years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
So if I'm not my body, what am I? I'm not my body. I'm not my brain. I'm not my senses.
No, and you're not your feelings. And I think it's very important to remind ourselves that, because feelings are so strong, emotions are so strong, and it's very easy to identify yourself with your reactions, especially the negative ones. But if we can remind ourselves that we are not our feelings, I think that should be really, really great. And also every thought, because especially in our Western side of the world, thinking and the cognition is valued so high. So we are so identified with our thoughts and mind and thinking and education, etc. But I was talking to a friend, and she worked with elderly people, and she was telling me about this professor, with a very high cognition, and then he got Alzheimer's, and all his knowledge just blown away. But he had his essence left. So I think it's very good not to be identified with our minds either.
No, that's a brilliant point. And Lottie, let's talk about spirit for just a minute. I know that so many times in meditation, I have been reminded I am nothing but love.
Mm.
So when we talk about the human spirit, how do you feel that? How do you sense that?
Well, that's a good question. And I think meditation is the best practice for you being unidentified with yourself as an ego. We need our egos, we need our brains in this world, but we really are not them. And I think just in meditation, when you have perhaps these few seconds when you can feel something else, you are in yourself, in your true self, and then feel calm, compassion, and love, and then you know, yeah, that's me. And in that moment, all the troubles and pain and whatever is not there for these few seconds, perhaps. So I think if we can practice this, we can stretch it out those few seconds to be in ourselves to be longer. I think that is good for meditation practice.
I agree. I know for me in meditation, there's this sweet spot when I get in, it feels like everything that's in the 3D of me just is gone. And
Yeah.
I'm only there in spirit. And it feels like absolute pure divine love.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yep, I
It's the
love that.
best. Yeah.
It is the best. And I
Yeah.
think it is something to strive for. And the reason I think it's something to strive for is because it helps us have perspective on everything here in the 3D.
Yes. And when we are living our ordinary lives, we have so much troubles with economy, with relationships, with works and kids and family, etc. But when you have this part that you were talking about, it's gone. All the problem, it's gone, and they have the right proportions, not so huge that we perhaps felt 30 minutes before.
Exactly right. And it really helps too with the perspective of thinking of that other person that you're in
Yeah.
conversation with, that they too are divine spirit. They too
Yeah.
are nothing but love when you strip down all of the 3D.
Yes, I think also that's so important because we have so many conflicts between people in family, work, etc., in our lives. And it's so easy to forget that they also are divine beings.
Exactly.
So if we can remind ourselves, I think, at least in that moment when I'm very angry, and remind myself that the other person is also a divine being, just like myself.
Exactly. So, Lottie, if people want to know more about you or want to know more about the work that you're doing out in the world, how do they find you?
They can find me on Facebook, uh, and they can find my website, lottiewalling.se and /English. So, and they can email if they want a session or have a conversation or something like that.
Great. And Lottie, if somebody came to you for a session, what
Yeah.
kind of sessions do you do?
I do psychic sessions as a medium, so they can get contacts with loved ones in the spirit world, spiritual guides, can talk about the future and get perspectives on their lives. So that's what I mainly do. Also for conflict resolution and mediation.
Great. And while Lottie is in Sweden, we know that with Zoom, the world is within our reach. So absolutely reach out to Lottie if you're interested. So Lottie, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me, Ruth, and I wish you a very good day or evening or night, whatever everybody else.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah. Thank you.
Of course. And friends here at Enlightened World Network, thank you for being here. And thank you for joining in us in this remembering that we are so much more than just this physical body or our emotions. So thank you for being here. So much love to you. Take good care and God bless.